And he likes to say that he's from the city that taught the world to fly, Dayton, Ohio, the home of Wilbur and Orville Wright, the Wright brothers, who made that first powered flight of an airplane on December 17th, 1903 at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Ohio, the birthplace of aviation. Here comes Bill Leff. Let's watch him as he takes off and listen again to the sound of that 600 horsepower radial engine, the Pratt & Whitney R1340. Takeoff.
Yeah, I know that.
This trainer was, as I mentioned, an advanced trainer. The most complex of the types of trainers used in training in World War II. With a retractable landing gear, a variable pitch propeller enabling it to set up for the best possible engine and propeller and cruise and climb performance. Instrumentation that allowed it to fly without reference to the ground. And Bill Leff's going to go discreet here, and let's say hello to him. Hello, Bill Leff. This is Rob Ryder. Can you hear me okay, partner?
Loud and clear.
All right, buddy. Let's see what you got for me. Give us a little demonstration on what this airplane can do.
Roger that. Do a nice little barrel roll here. We use this as an energy gaining maneuver. We'll climb up.
Sound good. Now, Bill did that barrel roll, got the airplane up in the air, maintained about 1 G all the way around, so if there was a glass of iced tea sitting on the dashboard, he gets upside down, it would not fall out. He maintained positive G all the way around the barrel roll. Very challenging maneuver, as is this, the super slow roll. It's a heavy airplane, isn't it, Bill?
Yes, sir. It weighs almost 3 tons, 5,300 pounds.
And so you got a little two hands on the stick every once in a while, right?
Oh, yeah. It's a two-handed airplane sometimes. Okay, next we're going to do a Q&A.
Okay, we'll set to that. You're going to do a slightly modified Cuban 8, maybe?
We'll do a Q&A with a roll in the down line.
Sounds good. Let's watch. It was in 1936 at the Miami Air Races that a pilot doing a demonstration by the name of Len Hovey was too low at the top of a loop. So rather than make a smoking hole in the ground, Len Hovey did what Bill Leff was going to do. After 5 8 the airplane upright. Bill put a little extra roll on it on the down line. But what Len Hovey did in 1936 was 5/8 of a loop with a half a roll, and then did the same thing in the opposite direction, carving an 8 with his air show smoke in the sky, and that made it look like a horizontal 8. Nobody had ever seen the maneuver. And they asked him at the end of the show what that maneuver was, and he replied with 2 words in Spanish, because he had been training the Cuban Air Force to fly aerobatics. He said, Ocho Cubano. The name stuck, Ocho Cubano Cuban 8, and this is the 80th year since that maneuver was developed. Bill doing his version of the Cuban 8, not with just a half roll on the down line, but a full roll in addition to that half roll, or a roll and a half. Although that one he just did straight with the half roll and the upright. Looks like you got plenty of smash. What's coming? Now, he's not talking to us, he's pulling back on both hands with a stick. All right, sir. He's pulling hard, experiencing about 4 times. This airplane usually cruises about 175 miles per hour. And now he's going to be pulling G's all the way through, as this time he does that same figure 8 that he did lying on his side. He's going to do it horizontally. For the pyro guys and all the varmints living in the woods. job, sir. All right, sir, what's next?
4-point roll.
All right, very good. Now, he's going to do a 4-point hesitation roll. He'll approach from the left, he'll pull the nose up a little bit, and he'll push that stick over to the left and stop it with the wings vertical. Not parallel to the ground, but vertical in a 90-degree stop. Another 90 degrees to invert it, another 90 degrees to the wings vertical, or knife edge as it's called, and then another 90 degrees to the upright position. Knife edge stop, 90 to inverted stop, 90 to knife edge stop, and completed with the last 90 degrees. Let's put your hands together for Bill Leff.
Now we're going to come by and do another slow roll, and then come by and do a couple photo passes.
Oh, we'll be ready for that. Bill has flown over 200 types of aircraft in his career. And after he finishes this maneuver, I'm going to ask him to tell you the story of how he learned flying when he was a youngster. Hey, Bill, I was just mentioning to the audience that you have an interesting story of how you helped earn your money to take flying lessons when you were a kid.
Yes, sir. I delivered newspapers to the Dayton Daily News, and the Wright Brothers home was one of my stops where I delivered newspapers. That's where I earned the money to learn to fly.
That's pretty awesome. Now, the Wright brothers weren't living there, though, right?
Yeah, one of them died 3 months before I was born, but he was one of my neighbors.
That's pretty awesome. All right, photo pass. I'll let you take some pictures, and I will be quiet so you can listen to the sound of the Pratt & Whitney radio. Bill, am I correct in saying that you usually cruise about 175 miles an hour? Is that correct?
You're about 180.
180, okay, pretty close.
155 knots.
Oh, good. Well, if I buy the airplane I think I want to buy, we can fly together.
Outstanding. Here comes one from the other side.
All right. That is awesome. Thank you, Bill. We'll be waiting for it, and I'll let the people get all the pictures of it. And since you've described it, I don't need to.
This is the traditional victory roll.
radio down, and Bill Leff will be bringing it into land. So amazing that the North American Texan was such a good airplane that it actually led to the development of the P-51 Mustang. And the story is too long to tell, but the Royal Air Force really liked the way North Americans built the Texan trainers, which they called the Harvard, and they wanted North Americans' expertise in building some new airplanes for them, and it became the Mustang. The Texan also found itself in great demand at the beginning of the jet age. After World War II, so many of those thousands and thousands of Texans were declared surplus and sold, but in the Korean conflict from 1950 to 1953, the first jet war, the jets were having trouble locating ground targets because they were going so fast. So North American Aviation took some of their their Texan trainers and re-outfitted them with white phosphorus rocket launchers under the wings. And they flew what were known as mosquito missions and were redesignated T-6 aircraft, and they would fly low and slow over the North Korean and South Korean battlefield right near the 38th parallel to either spot targets of opportunity or to draw enemy ground fire from the bottom, from the ground. And if they were able to do so, they would circle back around and fire these white phosphorus rockets down on the target area that would put out huge amounts of white smoke, and easily identifying the target, and they call up to the fast-moving jets and say, "Hit the smoke." And that's how the Texan saw combat. And years after it was done with its trainer role, North American continued to make a number of great aircraft and trainers, not only the T-6 but also the T-28 and a number of other aircraft as well.